thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. It's the latest on trend with your girl, Biami.
UK influencer Miss RFabulous has taken to her YouTube to reveal the truth, her truth, regarding her past relationship with aspiring rapper. Can I say aspiring? Because I don't even know if he's a rapper like that. Pressure. I don't even know about blacks. Guys, for those who have been following her and following this relationship, you will know that it was a very public relationship. It got leaked, shall we say, when she had her birthday and her friend had filmed it. She was living in the moment. She looked so happy. Oh my gosh, everybody was happy for her. She looked like she had finally met the one. He was Ghanaian, you guys. For those who follow her, she's always spoken about how she loved her Ghanaian man. Everything looked great, and then they split. Unfortunately, the relationship didn't make it. So much went into it. People didn't really know exactly what happened. She did a video about it, and it was almost like in the video she was quote unquote taking accountability, or let's say she was taking the blame, or shall we say she kind of was still protecting him at that point. Perhaps maybe she thought that they were going to try and work things out. She clearly must have still had love for him for whatever reason. Maybe she was just still trying to protect him, but it looks like she said enough is enough. I'm going to expose you. Like, I'm not going to protect you anymore, because at the end of the day, I own mine. I know what I do. I know the journey that I'm on. I know the path that I'm on, and I am making mistakes, but I'm learning from them. So no, I'm not going to just sit there and blame it all on me as if you were the angel sent from heaven, because you really weren't. Perhaps you were the devil sent from hell at this rate, because she alleges that he was a narcissist and he really mistreated her. She really goes in depth of the ins and outs of what happened. He had a baby mom who they were still messing with, and it was just a whole mess. She's been very open about her life. She's an influencer in the UK who is extremely open about her life. It's almost like there's nothing you could tell me about myself that I haven't already said. You know, if she does something, she will make a story time about it. She will tell her viewers about it, and she does get a lot of criticism. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like people will criticize you regardless. So if I already expose myself, how are you going to expose me, bro? Like, you actually cannot expose me. And I think that's something that actually we need to commend her for. She's very open. She's very transparent. She's like a walking epistle. She's like a book, you know, and people can turn over whichever page suits them, whichever page they can relate to from her story, from her life, because she's very open and transparent with her audience, and you can kind of nitpick and take from what you need, what to avoid, what to do, what not to do. Being transparent is a very scary thing. It puts you in a very vulnerable situation, and we can definitely see that she's definitely got the grace for it, because it's something that is not easy. It comes with a heavy critical judgment from outsiders. But I think she's kind of realized what she's signed up for and the path that she's on. So in this video, she talks about what happened in the relationship. She talks about the viral moment. She was just so happy. She was in love. She talks about how they lived together, how she got pregnant, and he didn't want it. And it's crazy though, because I remember she did a video about how they met, and just in that moment, I think the relationship went sour very quickly. If she hadn't said anything, it just seems so perfect. It just seems so amazing. It just seems so admirable. And I think this is a great lesson that we just shouldn't envy people. We just shouldn't look at other people's relationship and be like, oh, like, I wish that I had that, because we don't know. Once those doors are closed, we don't know. I mean, she said a lot of things that are quite concerning. She spoke about violence, how he allegedly was violent physically. They fought. He physically allegedly beat the mother of his child, and these are big allegations, you know, and these are serious. We've had a lot of talk about domestic abuse and what women are going through. So for the fact that she endured that, she went through that, as strong as she may seem, she's still a woman, and it's still not right, and it's something that we still need to address in terms of what women go through, regardless to how you come across as a strong woman. Over here, we don't do this whole strong black woman. Like, we don't do that. We are still women, and we still need the same level of care and attention as any other woman. Black women need it too, and the same level of protection. So the fact that she went through that and she kind of just breezed past it, that's sad. That's sad. And it's quite sad that a lot of the things that she went through it on her own. She didn't want her family involved. She didn't want people to know. And I think maybe deep down she knew that they weren't going to approve. And I guess there was something about him that just made her stick around, and until she had that last straw where he just was not by her side when it came to her losing a child, which is one of the most traumatic thing any woman could ever go through. And that really just tipped her off the edge, and she was like, no, you know what, you're actually not the type of man that I thought you were, or that I needed you. And what's quite interesting is that in the video, she still kind of gives him that little bit of credit, saying that, he's a good guy. Like, when he's good, he's good. As women, we know what that's like, because it's natural to us to want that comfort, to want that love, to desire it, and it's a natural thing for us to want that. And when we find a little bit of that, it's very easy for us to hold on to that. But she hits the blogs once again, as she has finally addressed another side of that relationship, that very public relationship that sadly didn't make it. Or is it even sadly? That fortunately for her, I guess, because of the way that she describes him and his ways, that wouldn't have been a healthy relationship. And from the sound of it, it sounds like she's had a lucky escape, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, guys, listen, the moral of the story is, what glitters is not all gold. Is that the saying? I think we say these things and it really does sound cliche, but there is so much truth to it. So do you know what, it's a good thing that she has shared this, because a lot of people follow her. Clearly she's got a massive following, and people are obviously interested in her life, whether it's to spy or whether it's genuine, whether it's not genuine. And this is clearly helping a lot of people, for her to be honest, transparent, and share her story. And this is how she started her channel in the UK, and this is how she's meaning to finish it, and hopefully she will evolve from it. Perhaps tap into her discernment, and sometimes, yes, experience is like the best teacher sometimes, but also there is wisdom. And she is saying that she no longer is dating, she's no longer interested in men. She really wants to take her relationship with God seriously. And if that's the case, the closer you get to God, the more he will open and your discernment, the more he will pour into you that wisdom, that you really will be able to avoid certain situation and actually give people that wisdom. There was so much in that video. Like I said, it was a 40 something plus video. It was like about 44 minutes long video. So much was said, so much questions, but the moral of the story is it's happened. It wasn't all her fault. There was a baby mama involved. She moved in with this guy, and it's kind of like he first of all lived in a flat with you, in the apartment that you was living in, and then you got a 3-bedroom. So by the point when you got a 3-bedroom, my question would have been, did you not know like how he was? So why did you take that step to get a bigger house, like a family home? Because surely you getting a 3-bedroom home would insinuate that you were planning, or really gonna take this relationship seriously and planning to have a family with this man. But if this man had already shown you that he didn't want you like that, and you kind of already knew deep down, because I believe, like, as a woman, we've got that intuition, like we just know, like deep down, but we just want to avoid it. And then taking steps by like actually getting a bigger house, That's the part that I didn't really understand. Sometimes as women, we make mistakes. We really engage in certain situations with certain people who we really have no business getting involved with. But at some point in your life, you might go through it, you might not go through it. Hey, everybody's journey is different, so no judgment on that. I think that was the only thing that kind of made me think, like, why would you do that? Like, what made you think that moving into a 3-bedroom house, like, did you think that was going to solve anything? Like, did you think, like, what was the purpose of that? But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in my next video.